Hello Cobrats, and welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. I'm TryclydeTamer. It is 14 minutes past midnight, so the start of this finale is on January 10th, 2019. I'm sure it's going to take a few days after, and then of course plenty of time after to get the editing and uploading done. But we're just getting started here on January 10th. So, if we take a look at our team, Togetic and Shuckle, sitting in a tree, kind of in a tree town. They are at the final bits of their shadow gauge, so we just have to undo the lock. So it's time to walk to the Relic Forest and get them taken care of, and then we'll have all 48 of our shadow Pokemon purified, snagged, and snug. And with that, we can head to Mount Battle in a certain situation to claim our true reward for what is essentially 100% in this game. But there is even more of a process to it. But anyway, let's go and get started. Let's do Shuckle first because it came first chronologically. And it just feels nice to do a level 20 Pokemon in the final bits of everything. I think we'll have a little bit of EXP to be gained with this as well because I've sent them out into some battles to try to lower their stuff aside from doing the walking glitch here in Agate Village. You got your ribbon, Kaboomy. Shuckle, Shucky, you can be named whatever you want, but I'll leave it to your imagination with my scratchy voice now that it's 12:15 a.m. It's a quarter past the hour. Oh boy, I'm just keeping track of all the time I can, but I'm not actually using my stopwatch on my phone because it's gonna be a little bit moot of a point, because if this is the final video, episode 22, even though you're now level 21, you want to learn Encore, but I'm gonna say no to that because I don't care much for Encore. You get your ribbon and everything. What point am I trying to make? Oh yeah. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff that is going to be cut out and sped up anyway, so not that any of the stuff matters. But I'm not really going to be cutting anything out right now. We're just walking through this relic cave, enjoying the Xenoblade-ish, for some reason, ambience of everything. Probably because it's like I want to do the Poppy Buster, do overkill on enemy grinding thing. Yeah, we don't really need to talk to anybody around town. We've talked to everyone. That guy looked like he wanted to talk to us, but I was like, okay, I guess I'll refuse and turn up the last second. We can go to Pirate Town if we want, we can go to Rugum Tower if we want, we can go wherever we want, because the world is our cloister. Haha. I just thought of that pun at the last second. I was like, I want to say oyster, but wait, there's a Pokemon cloister, yay! Okay, where am I going? I'm going to Mount Battle. Just, take a quick gander at something. We're not going into Mount Battle, at least not from scenario mode. Hello, Mr. Dashy Lady. Are you Dashell? If I can actually talk to you. Her name is Adel. Adeling the enemy. Adel, a battle. I don't know. We're just gonna look at the rewards we can get with Poke Coupons again. The other guy down there is the move leader. Coupon exchange. We don't have enough coupons for exchanging, so take a look at the prize list. We got TM29, powerful psychic attack to may lower special defense. That is normal psychic, or rather psychic, because it's a psychic type move called psychic. Anyway, that's Ice Beam, Icy Cold Beam that may freeze the target. Gee, I wonder. Powerful electric attack that may cause paralysis. That is the one notice Thunderbolt. Good old T-Bolt. A stream of fire that may burn the target. That is Flamethrower. 32 is Double Team. Illusory copies to do stuff. There's some rare berries that you can get in weird event stuff, or if you buy them from Black City, blah blah blah. Leftovers, yeah, good old competitive thing, Mental Herb for Infatuation, Focus Band that is kind of a weirder version of Focus Sash that would appear later in the series. It may occasionally prevent fainting, but it can take effect even if you don't get into a one-hit KO situation from full HP, so it could apply if you have like 2 HP and get hit, you can still survive with 1 HP. King's Rock is always a good thing for flinching, Brett Powder for accuracy, Quick Claw. You know what that does. I have it on Sam. Skill Lens for critical hit rate, pretty good. Choice Band, permits only that move. It would be expanded with Choice Band, Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, all that lovely competitive stuff. But we're not going to be getting our coupons in this situation. It's going to be in battle mode situation. But before we do that though, it's time to go to Finat City, particularly the Pokemon Center. So how about we go to Finat City? I was quiet for a couple seconds, but I might be sliding this back for how slow I was in the uptake, because I don't really want to cut anything out quite yet. I don't care how long this final video is, but there are parts I'm going to be cutting out, of course. Okay, so here we are in Finat City. I was quiet again just to let things sink in. I don't need to visit the two-story shops, one of the nicest shops in this game. And of course in the developed city, that's like Phoenix. No need to heal or anything, but what I want to do, I'm not going to use the PC up here, I'm going to go downstairs and use that PC. I think I was briefly down here before when it was still in renovation stuff, but simply after beating Evis, whatever you want to say it as, you can come down here and do some lovely stuff. I'm going to rearrange my team to be in the appearance that I like it to be, so kaboom, kaboom, so put you there, kaboom, you there, and then Shuckle, get out of here, put you in place right there, and everything is filling in all so nicely with all 48 other Shadow Pokemon. In fact, we're going to go ahead and save here, even though it's kind of a cardinal sin to save during an episode recording, but if it fails, then it fails. Oh, look, everything's failing. Nah, just kidding. Oh, it all went wrong. We're not at 88 in recording because we can't be, because 60 minutes counts as another hour, so it'll be 89:28. But anyway, let's go to here. The Trade Center. You may trade Pokemon with a Game Boy Advance game pack using a GCN GBA cable. I sounded like I was trying to do a Z there, but there's no Z in the mix. Would you like to trade Pokemon? The only Z button is the one on the GPU controller. Before any trade can be made, your progress must be recorded. It's okay to save. I'm saving as it is, and I am going to be turning on my GBA that is linked, JK not linked, to my Wii. Let's put you in like that. Your progress has been saved. Let's go ahead and go to the screen that is awaiting everything. You must save at a Pokemon Center to connect. I'm already saved at a Pokemon Center, and I'll be ready to connect here in a second with the controller socket 2. It's in socket 2 of my Wii. Let's turn on that Game Boy Nintendo. Oh yeah, GBA SP, even though it's still kind of dim with how weird it is. Thank you to Ian for giving me this one, whenever he did give it to me, because the pearl-colored one I used to have is broken, so allow me to get the stuff I need for a trade. That was actually Pokemon Leaf Green you hear right there, so you may be wondering what to expect, but it's actually Pokemon Emerald I want for what I'm specifically trying to do, so give me a second. Okay, we end this thing, and we are officially turning on my GBA SP, hopefully for better avail this time. I'm actually recording with my phone, so I'll pop that up on screen as it's going along. It's chilling here for a second, so let's wait for that thing to pop up. See if it says Pokémon Colosseum and says it's not failure rating. Here we go. It's going to link standby. There we go. Connected through controller socket 2. Alright. So, look at that. It's my Pokemon Leaf Green team, even though it's on Pokemon Emerald because I did a thing that I'll explain in a minute. I'm actually going to trade my whole Colosseum team for my whole Leaf Green team. I have a reasoning for it. That's also part of what I'm trying to say, so let's get Buddy over in place of Yimion and just do a simple trade for everything else. Just going to show this one here to get things started, and of course we will cut out the rest of everything to see that everything gets into place. So here we go. I'm seeing some colors passing through them. There's no trading music, just the regular Pokémon Colosseum /XD Pokemon Center music, even though I think the XD version has a little bit extra musicians shipped into the Pokemon Center music, like a more prominent bass. It's like yeah, so we'll trade more Pokemon, but I'll be cutting out the rest of this, so boom. Would you like to trade another Pokemon? No. Please turn off the Game Boy Advance system. Okay, off it goes. And it's just fading away because it's kind of weird. Disconnecting the stuff, and then I'm going to reconnect my little charger deal. A weird little Frankenstein thing of a charger changer thing that I've had for a while that's like USB and white colored for the Game Boy converter from the DS part of the charger. So, yep, there's things as they are. So let's take a look at everybody. We got Buddy, the Blastoise, Manly Gaga, the Wigglytuff, Batro, the Crobat, Orphona, the Marowak, pumping it up, Brute, the Pinsir, looking very brutish like the Brute in Amnesia, as is her namesake, and Ouija, the Tangela. Aw yeah. So let's take a look at the moves. The moves are a little bit different than how they were in the Leaf Green LP if you remember it from 7 years ago. So the only difference for Ouija, she used to have Cut, but now that's been replaced with Sludge Bomb for a little bit of variety, and for the non-uselessness of the move Cut, or whatever. Well, not that it's useless, it's just more usefulness. Brute is unchanged, Earthquake, Bulk Up, Brick Break, and Strength. Orphona is changed from Rock Smash to Brick Break right there, so good old fighting move that I love very much. I think I had Sludge Bomb on Batro for a bit in the Leaf Green LP, but I opted for Poison Fang, but now I went back to Sludge Bomb for the raw power. Poison Fang itself would inflict toxic poisoning, so I went for different stuff. It wants new wing attack, and then it learned fly for the sake of flying around, but now it knows aerial ace in place of that. Manligaga is unchanged from the mixed attacker that he is. Then Buddy, he's no different as well. Surf is the best water move ever. Bite is the best thing you can get in Generation 3 until you can get like a Mega Launcher in later generations for the Mega Stone stuff, for Dark Pulse and Water Pulse and Aura Sphere and all those lovely Dragon Pulsing moves and protecting. So yeah, with all this done, I'm gonna take a quick break and do some modifications to my Colosseum team. But I'm also gonna explain how things worked. So, in Pokemon Emerald, what I did was I put the Game Boy Player disc into my GameCube, onto the Game Boy Player accessory, I put Pokemon Emerald in there, I put my GameCube onto a TV I had through the RCA jacks, I turned it on, I went to Pokemon Emerald, I had to blow the cartridge a couple times to get it to work, I traded the Pokemon from Leaf Green over to Emerald from my GBA SP, I used the Battle Tower cloning trick to get myself some rare candies and also to clone the Pokemon themselves. Brought them all up to level 75. They were all originally level 70, aside from Morphona being level 73, so I balanced them all out at 75, so that's what I'm planning to do with the Colosseum guys, bring them all up to 75 for some lovely balance, and also maybe do some slight move changes to make them a bit more competitive for the ultimate goal of clearing Mount Battle. How about it? Or should I say, how a battle? And then, as we make this transition, it's a whole pregnancy cycle later, October 25th, the day after my birthday, and we gotta do the last little bit of commentary I need to do for the LP as I bring down the audio a little bit because things were weird in this recording. We have a new capture card and everything, Elgato HD60S, ooh, very fancy it is. Might want to actually turn down my actual volume on my thing as well. But, as I scroll around, am going to do the bestie battle mode of not Colosseum battle, not stuff gang battle, everything solo battle that we do. We have our options, but we can just treat it just like any other Colosseum battles. So the way we start off is we want to use our Colosseum Pokemon, not GBA Pokemon, as we register. But you can trade over your GBA Pokemon into your Colosseum team. So I'm only representing two of them, Buddy and Batro. But they came out to be pretty useful compared to everybody else, because all the other Colosseum members were pretty decent themselves. And the whole game has been double battle so far, so I decided that we would do double battle as it is, and a lot of the team is balanced to be very useful with double battle stuff. Save your data, and you're going to get started. So everything is at the same level, level 75, to how they're going to match up. If you are doing a scenario mode, you actually be getting EXP, but in terms of battle mode, it's going to bring you to this screen. You choose your 6 Pokemon, but you'll only have a chance to use 4 of them, so you can choose which of the 4 you would like to use as you listen to the fanfare of Seize the Day, when the dog bites or something. Things are going to start off pretty easy, no real evolutions, but we're going to see things ramp up a little bit later on. I have to think very carefully with this Ruby Sapphire music going on. And then we're going to start speeding things up. Richwood brought, like a bratwurst. No, that's not quite the case, but we're going to show off Buddy and Batro. Surf and Aerial Ace and all this cool stuff is happening. Stab, but of course divided amongst 2 targets, but still pretty useful with the mystical water and everything. Or mystic water. It's not like it's mystical fire or anything. I want to do as much as I can and not have to edit out my voice here. Maybe just like some weird breaths in between. No, not breaths of the wild. But yeah, there's your win-lose. Even if you lose, it's still gonna have this Ruby Sapphire music because they have to get some Hoenn, as much Hoenn stuff as possible. But yeah, we're just showing all this stuff and how it works. Every battle afterwards is gonna ask if you want to suspend your challenge, so as we get into the speed up, it's going to be very much quite like that. But I'm gonna have some music in the background. Oh, it's the continuation of the Mountain Battle music, just to show off how it goes before we do other things. And then we're just going to cut off all the battles in between, push everybody down the ledge very seamlessly. I kind of wish I did speed this up a little bit more than it was, but Sony Vegas and normal speed up stuff only lets you do like, what, 4 times speed? So I could do like 8 times speed if I were to render things through again, or maybe figure out a way to do it a little more. Like, if I'm supposed to be an aspiring video editor, I should do better. And normally in scenario mode it would be Vander, but we defeat whatever area leader it was. We hear this kind of country-ish music with our overalls wearing guy. Reminds me of some guitar thing from my childhood, but I don't really remember. But yeah, that guy's just telling you, this is a checkpoint and you can suspend if you want to. You got so many Poke coupons so far. And I was just kind of running around right here enjoying the music while I look away and cough. I have an unorthodox music setup. No, with my microphone. It's sitting in my desk, kind of like how I did my Yeti some time ago, but yeah, my microphone stand that I was using before with this MXL V67, it kind of broke, so I have to jerry-rig a little setup. Anyway, I got a little bit of picture-in-picture going on as I do a off-screen, or an off-screen-ish thing of Colosseum battles and Fanat Stadium, which this Hoenn trainer battle music is actually from Colosseum if you were to do a gang battle and listen to stuff like this, but it's the music that played while I was battling this old lady. And of course I'm using a Raikou, doing single battle stuff right there. I'm using Bite and Thunderbolt, very easy setup. I think I actually lost on a second try against her, but I think I edited around things. But yeah, we're coming up on 30, yeah. The area leaders aren't really that interesting, they have their own little sprites, and I kind of showed their battle text and everything. His name is Kucher, it's Ashton Kucher, or something. Oh yeah, the Armaldo in the split screen thing is kind of interesting, very defensive. One of the weirder Pokemon out there, like defensive, and I was trying to do like a weird strategy with Fury Cutter, but didn't really get too far with it, so like, I'm just gonna do it again. And I thought I cut this thing around a little bit more, but I guess not. So yeah, as you progress through Mount Battle, if I were to look at the bigger screen, things get all lava-tastic. Maybe almost even as long as, what's it, City of Dark Isle in Pokemon XD. It's like the last third of the game takes place there. Spoilers or anything? It's gonna happen in 5 years, so that's the continuity of stuff. Especially on my channel, if you were to think about it in actuality. So we're gonna go silent for a couple seconds as we prepare for the meaning of life in 42 and get up to 44. Next little bit is the Cypher Peon music. It's gonna pee on you from Pokemon XD. Speaking of it, we're already about halfway through as we get up to 50 with that dual burn suit. It's like, that's the most common area leader you see in battle mode. Of course, they're all different. They have slightly different teams. It's mainly just a rearrangement. Some of the area leaders, like, they always send out a couple Pokemon first. I'm not sure how it always works, but I always know that I always like to say always. But yeah. But, oh yeah, way back then when I was explaining random other stuff, I was very trying to emphasize that the number 24 was bloodily painted on the ground. But coming up on 60 already, so you just gotta talk out your booty hole and you're gonna get on through. See, I might not even have to do too much editing. It's always kind of annoying. It's like you do the editing to get things all sped up or whatever you're trying to do, then you do the post-commentary, so you throw all that stuff again, and then you gotta edit through that post-commentary stuff to make sure it's all nice and dandy. But I don't know, I'm kind of coming up with a challenge as we go through 64, when I'm 64 and everything. Well, we're coming up on that number, and I don't want to edit too much stuff out. I was trying to be like, hey look at this number. I'm 21 years old now, even though I was 20 years old when I recorded that session, and I did the last of the video yesterday, or at least the, so to speak, live commentary stuff, as we're going to see later on. So I rearranged the playlist for this LP to be ended on October 24th, even though it's 11:43 p.m., pretty close to the 26th. There's an old lady named Gohan, that's like one little thing I want to show off. Yeah, I didn't really show too many in-battle stuff, but like, I'm pretty sure like level 51, or Zone 51 as it is. It's like that trainer, he uses a Latios, which of course is not really too threatening. You're gonna start seeing a few legendary Pokemon from here on out. Specifically legendary, there's like no mythical stuff like Mewtwo or Mew, but there actually is a Jirachi at like level 97 or something around that point, as we listen to the Battle Tree boss music. But yeah, none of them are really too challenging. I'd be careful not to choose yes option to suspend the challenge, but not like it's very threatening. Like, you get to continue after every battle, so if you lose, you only use up one continue. So it's decently forgiving, and you can choose to suspend if you need to, so I could have done like 10 at a time across the 9 months. But yeah, there's a Regice that I took down there. You get the stamp of authenticity from Neblek as I spittle all around, but I'm not recording with webcam, so it doesn't matter if I'm all mess-up-tastic. Had to go into Audacity to make sure things are going proper, because you never know. We're at 93 right there. And then number 94 with the very sexual teacher. And then this very sexually active old man friar. There was a one-on-one battle here, or one-on-two, until I had to take down this Manectric. And of all things, I'm about to lose to a Mantine, but at least it doesn't screw you out of the whole thing, because that would be rather annoying. Friar, he took me down, but I had to use my continues. He had like 89 continues there. Dodrio goes down by poison, and then Batro, in another very close rematch with it, takes the Manectric down with a Sludge Bomb. It was 1v1 there. And then we go to the normal music, because I was going to live commentary, but I'm just showing off how suspending works around here. You can choose to suspend, you can save to your memory card in slot A or B, whichever one it happens to be in. Then it's like, yeah, here's all the other options. You can do coupon exchange, and you can actually get items into your GBA version, but I think I did that in live commentary, so we're getting pretty close to that point. So here we go. I'm just gonna quickly speed it up. It's like, yeah, we're gonna resume this thing in the slash Pokemon Colosseum. It's like we're doing a command or something. But we're about to get to live commentary, so here we frickin' go. Down goes that Seeking, and here's some victory music against Fualkia. What the fuck are you doing? I neglected to warm up my Pokemon. Live commentary, man. We are at battle 99. That means that 4,863 comes next. And here's the Ruby Sapphire music again, or Hoenn overall. Alright, we're going to continue. Now we're not going to suspend even though we have all those continues. Alright, before we go up to the place up yonder, we're going to take a look at the team. Yangian with the Twisted Spoon has been fantastic with Psychic, very hard-hitting, helping hand for the niche little times when, let's say there was like a dark type, or maybe I'd like hit me on top out and I could like help him out, even though I'd never really do that specific thing. But it was decently helpful. A lot of people, or Pokemon rather, have Protect for the earthquake situations. Oh man, Ampersand has been a godsend, especially with the Fire Punch combined with Thunderbolt instead of Thunder Wave. Yeah, decent little change there for the better, because Fire type definitely rounds things out a lot more against like Bug types and Ice types, Steel types. You know, the ground part of Earthquake and Brick Break is good here. Protect and Endeavor. Dragon Claw Hyper Beam is a slightly different addition instead of Crunch, because the special attack is only so great compared to regular attack. Earthquake and Steel Wing. And of course, Buddy with Surf Bite, Ice Beam Protect, not much different there. Sludge Bomb Bite, Aerial Ace, and Confused Ray on Batro with the black glasses for balancing out Bite, because Sludge Bomb and Aerial Ace are the physical moves that are quite good, and Confused Ray for that little bit of status stuff. Alright. So, are we ready for level 100? Ready as I'll ever be! Let's go on climbing up. Alrighty, righty. We are at the summit with some scrungly things. Gives me some Sonic feels for some reason, like Steel Rail Canyon, even though it's Sonic Heroes something or other, Shadows stage. Right here in Scenario Story Mode would be your third, I believe, Time Flute, because there are 3 in the game. I only got 2, because there's one from Vander and Mount Battle, then there's one where you get the up disc, I believe, for the under, and you can go up and get into that stuff. A big old bloody painting of 100. Is that Egan? Could be, but it could also not be. Let's find this stuff out. Looks kinda like him, but I don't think it's exactly the case. I commend you for coming! Let your eyes burn with the glory of the double battle to end all double battles! We could have done single battles, but this whole game has been, not single, but double this time around. Or, I don't know, entity. So therefore, if you were in single battle, it would be Infin. A lot of different changed around trainer names. Alright, so I'm going to start with Buddy and Batro. Maybe it's going to be Crobat versus Crobat. Definitely want to have Ice Beam in case that Salamence goes out. Then as for our Hoenn dudes, or, well, Johto rather, I'll go for Yangian, and who else? Ampersand, of course, maybe for the Starmie. Yep. Alright, so no Hit Me on Top or Flygon, Qui-Gon Jinn as our solo Hoenn Pokemon. Alright, and it plays the music that's like this. I'm pretty sure it's Evis music. Yeah. So I think we got a decent little lineup coming out. I only saw his Crobat, I believe. Actually, no, it's Machamp and Ludicolo, so I didn't pay attention at all. So The Machamp isn't really too worrisome right now, but I definitely want to get that Ludicolo out of the way with how tanky it is, so I'm just gonna go all out. That Fake Out is probably gonna hit Crobat. Actually, I don't have Inner Focus, so that shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's see. Yeah, no flinch. Wait, yeah, whew. Very nice. Unintended secondhand strategy stuff, so Sludge Bomb will be enough to do it in? Yes, it is. So yeah, everything's level 75 because all my own Pokemon have been balanced out at 75. Starmie, that's going to be its own little problem. Ice Beam. Okay, that's just going to do some chip damage. I might keep Butt It out for the defense that it brings about. Ooh, maybe not. What's this going to hit? It's going to do Batro. Wow, didn't take him out. I mean, I do have Aerial Ace, so I guess I could use that to balance things. Starmie, on the other hand, though, is going to be very fast. So I might have to sacrifice my chance to use a good Aerial Ace and opt to do Confuse Ray. Alright, there we go, it hits. But it misses because of... What did take effect? Does Confuse Ray not have 100 accuracy or some weird stuff in effect here? So that was kind of a wash on Batro's part, but Starmie is probably the bigger threat so far because Machamp, even though it is pretty strong with Hyper Beam, that means you have to rest in between stuff. Alright, here we go. Ice Beam from Buddy. Maybe get it down to half? No, hardly even a fourth, really. That was 66 damage, so kind of a fourth. Yeah, a little over the point. So I'll just go with another Ice Beam, maybe bank on freezing it, then we'll try to do some crazy Thunderbolt stuff here while Starmie's hitting it. Not doing too much there. Ice Beam. It's weird how the turtle Pokemon's moving before the sheepy Pokemon you think would run fast, but Quick Claw doesn't activate, and there's no Mega Evolutions to make it the very Fabio-tastic Electric Dragon type. Ooh, there we go. Here's our chance to do some blasting with Ice Beam, provided Buddy doesn't go down. But I don't think anything would. Oh, maybe. Earthquake, on the other hand. Ampersand has kind of outspent his worth. Not that he's been bad at all, or would be bad against all this. Salamence will go down without a problem to not Earthquake. He wouldn't be hit at all by Earthquake. Ice Beam is what I'm trying to say. There goes Machamp, the female one, so gosh, cover up. I can't believe you would be so insensitive around here. Dragon Claw, who's that gonna hit? But oh, 2 HP! Wow, never even had to bring out Yang. So yeah, I kinda cost Batru. I was trying to be strategic even though the Confuse Ray didn't hit for whatever reason. I don't think it used Double Team, that Starmie. I had an annoyance with the Double Team on Mantine earlier, but there's the whole post-commentary situation. The coordination between not only you and your Pokemon, blah blah blah, it's very remarkable. I didn't really get a chance to read that, but yeah. There's going to be the post-commentary deal, and wasn't really a bad battle at all. Nothing has really been too hard aside from, kind of a few things in the 80s and 90s. Almost 15,000 Pokekeepons right there. Also, on top of it all, is that guy to celebrate your mastery of purification and battling. Ho-Oh arrived. It was transferred to the PC. So you can only get Ho-Oh if you go through battle mode, and it has to be stuff within your Pokémon Colosseum team, but that doesn't mean you can't trade from a GBA game to your actual Colosseum team to be able to use. So let's save all the information. We have plenty of Pokekeepons, so I can buy those TMs and weird Nishi berries. That's not a berry. There's a Lychee berry though. But yeah, things are gonna definitely be more crazy in Pokemon XD whenever that comes around. So we got all the stuff we're used to. Double Team there. Pretty much stuff we haven't seen in the actual game. Choice Band. It's only that move. That's interesting because there's Choice Scarf and all that later on. I think it's only Choice Band in Generation 3. Excuse me. Alright. Oh yeah, you can get those into your GBA games, but I'm not gonna do that because it's not connected or anything. But I think I'm going to briefly back out of all this stuff. There's plenty of things that can happen. I'm just kind of padding the time while I do this. This may very well be the last time I press the start button, or the A button to start into Pokemon Colosseum. Because we're about finished here. Got a decent level 70 Ho-Oh. It has the OT of Mettle, like Mount Battle or something. It has the Careful Nature, which isn't really the best one. Actually, it might be pretty decent, but it's not too bad. There's a nice novelty of Recover, Fire Blast, Sunny Day, and Swift. You get Sacred Fire. It's pretty much a signature move, even though some other Pokemon might be able to learn it by now. I mean, Brightson and Delphox, they have Mystical Fire, which is different. But it definitely has good defenses, maybe more special defense, as you can see. And actually, I want to say his attack is supposed to be balanced with his special attack, or maybe the attack is a little bit higher. But either way, you can definitely tell what stats it specializes in. So there's Ho-Oh, that's all about this game, as we saw in the ending after defeating Team Cypher and Evis. And then there's a little bit of stuff about Lugia surrounding Pokemon XD. Specialty of it all. But hey, there's Geronimo and team members of other games. But man, I'm kind of feeling some kind of voice calling to me. The voice of an aspiring sailor. Let's see what that's all about. And that sailor is going to be piloted by someone who actually hasn't been on the channel yet.
Howdy.
Your name is?
Sanitary Lego.
Okay. Yeah, like Slego, that's how it is.
Yeah, that too.
AKA my cousin Lucas. So, we are going to do a, is it going to be about, no, not with the preset Pokemon, I actually briefly showed that off. We're going to be doing a gang battle. We can actually do 2v2, but we're just going to be doing a GameCube controller versus GBA. It's going to be a double battle, because the whole game's like that. It's going to be anything goes, and you can edit some rules for your own. We all got level 75 Pokemon, and it's going to be Colosseum team versus Leaf Green team, so time to see the full return. Alright, there you go, and you can connect and turn on power. Might take a moment to connect.
Ooh, electric-y. Gang battle, Pokemafia. Better watch yourself, you might catch some Pokemon snapping at you in an alleyway.
I'm gonna be Pokemon snapped to oblivion. And connect to battle, so be very careful not to move very much while we do this. Alright. And prepare and start. And now we can choose our team.
Nice.
And remember that first two are what get the main bearing, because, yeah. And I'm not going to necessarily choose things as they are for my Colosseum team order. So, I think I'm going to start with a little strategy I've liked to use throughout the game.
This is really neat.
Everybody else.
It's really neat how you can do this.
Uh-huh. Alright. Filling in everybody. Hear all the bleeps on the GBA. There's nothing really interesting to record on the GBA itself, with, like, iPhone camera. And there they all are. This is indeed okay. And you can go down to confirm on there, I believe.
Okay.
And there we go. Pyrite Colosseum, we've been here in the LP. It's just going to be a different setting. With some interesting music as well. Wait for it. Oh yeah. I know it's the regular battle music. It's supposed to be the Steven battle music. But I'll probably just like edit it on.
What kind of tomfrickery?
Yeah. Like choose your fight commands on there. I got like a weird controls to deal with on here, different from what the game's actually like. Alright, so
I don't understand how a face like that can be intimidated, but you know.
Yeah. Let's see. Do that. Maybe even a little bit of can't really do the strategy I've been wanting to do, so do that. Change target and everything. Bump that on that. Alright, starting with that there status. Very intelligent. I've had like weird times when recording Mount Battle because I'm pretty sure, does Confuse Ray have 100 accuracy or is it like a little bit less than Gen 3?
I don't remember.
Feels like it might be like 90, that's why I missed it.
I thought it was like 80.
Fewer times. Might be right. Yeah, it might actually be the case. Ooh, okay. Qui-Gon Jinn, one of my strongest Pokemon is now. No real Protector's Quake strategy on that
Rest
regard.
in spaghetti, never forgetty.
Yeah. Well. Let's see. Might as well do that one. And how do I confirm? Boom. Like that, okay. Yeah. C-Stick is weird in gang battles like this. This most was made by Gangweed. Are you gonna land a hit there? Hit me on top? Yes, you are. That can be very too effective, though.
I don't think I think Hitmontop should come out confused. I don't know why he exists.
Yeah. It's already supposed to be confused being a top Pokemon. So we know all about being a top. So I sell that. It's kind of confusing how this stuff works, so I'm getting a little bit confused in my own regard. But let's focus on that. Alright, I made my proper withdrawal that I was planning to do. There's Geronimo! You know the story behind that username? In Apache Native Americans, there was a medicine man called Geronimo, so it makes sense that a healing Pokemon like Meganium would receive that name. Oh, this is something fun I came up with.
As long as you want it, you got it, my friend. Only if you have enough PP.
Alright, no poison from that Sludge Bomb there. I'm thinking, yeah, I might have a little bit of strategy here. Even though you're kind of watching how my team's going, but even when I'm doing like a weird status move, I have to still choose a target. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go full status this time around. So, yeah. Make things last in the long term. Alright, you're making a withdrawal yourself. For Orfona. Okay. There she is, very powerful. Lifting that bone very suggestively.
Did you just assume it's gender?
Well, there's a female right there. I'm sorry for the assumptions, man.
It identifies as a spooky, scary skeleton.
Ah, okay. So, I know exactly the situation going on here in terms of abilities, but I don't think it's going to be way too bad on my side.
Don't you dare touch my sunlight.
Zoom, zoom, and then zoom and zoom. Yeah. Alright, what do you want to do with Orfona and Batro? Batro, you played Skyward Sword, right? Let me know who that character is.
I've played most of it, actually.
So you probably have met the character Batro, like the devil-born guy.
I think I've gotten to this like clock tower thing where I like push things to make puzzles. I guess I don't know.
Oh, that was like final dungeon. Stacky. All right.
I wish Aerial Ace is more powerful.
More like aerial ass. Actually, Sludge Bomb.
Oh,
Sludge Bomb gets stab. It has 90 power. All right, there goes Orfona. Didn't get to do much there, but
I wasn't thinking.
Thick club.
I should have switched not into Orfona.
Yeah. All right, who's going to be her replacement? Manly Gaga. Very manly he is. All right. Sorry, Batro, but it looks like you are going down yourself.
Rest in peace, Bat Sands.
He's going to be his replacement. Keep things swoosh splashed around. Ouija! Okay. Of course, can't evolve it to Tangrowth because Tangrowth didn't exist. And you can't really make use of Eviolite because that wasn't a thing either. Also because the evolution wasn't a thing. Well, might as well go all out. That one on that one. Let's see how this all turns out. Very angrily, T2 the sailor is. He's supposed to have the sailor outfit under there. Gonna like edit around while all the decision making is going on. Ooh, we play an accuracy game, but there's not much accuracy on your turn because like 70 accuracy in Gen 3 bumped up to 100 later on. Alright, down half HP there, but leftovers might offset that. You never know.
No punch, don't punch me. No.
Okay. I thought Ouija would survive that, but guess not.
Ouija, you're awful.
Seems like I'm kind of coming out a little bit ahead here, but you never know. Brute, on the other hand, she may be a little powerful. There's no access to X-Scissor in Gen 3, but doesn't mean that can't still pack a wallop. Alright, well, still got Sunny Day going on. Alright. Just gonna... Oh, I think I got Overgrow taking effect as well, so... you know, I'll refresh that, just to actually allow things to happen. If it's even been long enough. So it might actually fail. Just only paying attention how long it's been going on. Solar Beam! It's gonna do a blast. Ooh, critical hit on top of it all. Alright.
I surrender.
I surrender! Yeah, you're only down these last two Pokemon, but Buddy is essentially the ace. So let's see how well you can handle with him. Alright, gotta bulk up. Doing some setup here. But is that gonna be much use for what else I'm dealing with? Alright, yeah, it failed because there's already an effect watch it go down now. Nope, I guess not. Didn't even get to use my starter Pokemon, so to speak, even though I got a Meganium here. Didn't get to use Espeon and Umbreon yet. Unless these peeps happen to go down. Alright. Giga Drain, just safety guarding my HP a little bit. Yep, kind of saw that coming. Let's see how Geronimo stands. Wow, pretty well actually. I mean, we do have... Yeah, we still have the light screen up.
You're a hacker.
I do Haxor. I think, to be fair, I want to say my Leaf Green team doesn't quite have as good EVs, because I think I did do some EV stuff a little bit while I traded them over to Emerald. I did all that tricky stuff, but... Ha! Alright. Maybe, just maybe, we're gonna do things like that. Fire Punch doesn't get affected by the defense raising of Bulk Up because all fire is physical in Gen 3. Alright, what's going to come on up after all the beeps get through? Taking in the sunlight, Ice Beam coming in hot. Boom! Oh, I thought I'd survive with a little bit of HP there. But I guess not. Schwunk. And I only have 2 fainted, so I guess I'll bring out that one. Oh, I got them confused. I can't even remember their own nicknames. Yangion is Espeon, but Yinion is Umbreon. Alright, there goes Amber Sam. Might as well get the duo out here. Alright. Let's bring him out, I guess. The X button. Switch to the hover nozzle and press the R button. Alright. Kind of an unorthodox moveset here because Bite isn't really useful, nor is Feint Attack. Because Dark is special, Umbreon's a little bit more physical, but even still, its attack isn't so great. Alright, we're going to do that one on that one, and a little bit of that one on that one. Alright, here comes Brick Break. It's gonna, well, decently past half with Umbreon's not too shabby defense. Alright, let's hit you like a truck, buddy! The tank got hit by a truck.
Nope. All I have left is
Brute.
death.
And he might actually be going down. Oh, not quite. You could try for like an Earthquake. Does Brute have Earthquake? Or is
yeah.
It? Yeah, it does. Yeah, let's do Taunt. Just to prolong this battle as much as possible. And I'm gonna Helping Hand the Taunt. Now I'm gonna... sure. Okay, well, you actually outsped. Oh, yeah, it's because you have the Quick Claw on it. How much does this do? Ooh, critical hit. Not bad.
It does death.
Cool.
Till death do us part.
He stamps his legs like, dang it, I went down.
Dang it.
And, whoa, pretty close. Whoa. Oh, I thought we were down to our last 2 Pokemon. I was like, wait. But,
Brute is
the one
broken.
I still have around.
Brute is amazing.
Yeah, she is the one I know I did EV training, because I remember I was, like, training her in Fire Red, and I ran into a shiny Weedle, like, getting a bunch of HP and attack and all that
Because
stuff.
of this battle, I'm honestly thinking about using a Pinsir on my Sun and Moon team.
Yeah, especially with Pinsir, right? I mean, even though that's later on.
I'm hoping... I think Pinsir might be in a Sword and Shield, hopefully.
I'm sure it will be. I don't remember seeing it in any trailers, not that I've paid attention too much to them.
There was this one thing that showed a bunch of Pokemon, and I think Pinsir was in it.
It could have been. Yeah, it might actually be in the wild area. Looks like it's a wrap, though. With Psychic on Bug. That's, like, contradictory.
Looks like he just coughed up his guts and died. Looks like he just had a big cough and died.
Well, it seems that the apprentice has failed the mentor, I guess.
Pretty close, though.
But, do we want to play again? I guess
Let's do
we
it
could,
again.
but, it's been decent enough of the battle, so I'm just gonna go ahead and exit out of this. This may actually be the last little bit of stuff we do. Just turn off that there GBA. And I believe this is gonna end this LP of Pokemon Colosseum finally. I started, like, when, May 2018, with some weird spider problems in the first episode that I had to edit through. And here we are, October 24th, my birthday, in 2019. Yeah, it's been a long time. College kind of hits you hard. But, we've had fun. It's gonna go to the title screen.
Harder than your dad.
Sure. Thank you for joining me on this. Hey, look, there's the sprites for Brendan and May. Very creepy looking. Not that Westy 2, or just West, and Ruby, or whatever you need to choose for
The Gen 3 trainers just look like they experienced someone dying.
Yeah, their own team, but it was still the red trainer from Leaf Green that had to face the stuff. It's like, I can't believe that happened. But anyway, thank you for joining me for this last little segment of Pokemon Colosseum. Now,
welcome.
Now I get my chance.
I'll just cut out some rambling in the live commentary to do a post-commentary aside to mention, after purifying all your 48 Shadow Pokemon in the Japanese version, there's like an extra disc to where you can get and load in a Celebi for you to use for your own accord. But the Americans, we get a Jirachi bonus disc for Jirachi Wishmaker, of course that's copyright-tastic, and you can also, I'm pretty sure, load Jirachi into your GBA game specifically, which is kind of interesting. And also see a demo for Colosseum, but if you want to see a little bit about that, you can go to Old Reliable, aka Chugga Conroy, Pokemon Colosseum Bonus 9. I'm going to end this right here, this episode 22, getting very long with all the time I'm talking, but yeah. Until the future on this channel, with less games to worry about, until we have to worry about games later on, do not toast yourself. And remember...
Gotta snag them all? Question mark?
Totally didn't train him on that last second. Goodbye.
Adios.